My name is Reverend. That is my Minister of Religion. Dorothy, Elaine, Pryce, Maitland. But I'm going back fully in Pryce. I'm a Justice of the Peace for St. Andrew. I didn't born in Augustown. I born in Rockforth at Hillcrest Avenue. My mother name is Philomena McCain. My father name is Dudley Pryce. And my mother have 15 of us. 8 girls and 7 boys. Out of the 15 of us, I were the 7th one.
Right in the middle.
And so I born and come and see my mother been doing entrepreneurship all the days of her life. And my grandmother is a farmer. My grandmother come from Trelawney. And my mother born in St. Thomas. And my mother been doing and my grandmother been doing selling of food, making peanut cakes and drops, wedding cake. You know, the sweetie them where you whip, the candy them. A lot of stuff to make our
so
life.
What your life better?
Better.
But what year you came to Augustown and what was the reason?
Okay, I've been doing community work from when I'm 14-year-old in my community in Rockforth.
Sorry about that.
I have been coaching, learning from my elderly them the positive things in life that they have been doing and helping others out of it.
Okay.
So I achieved that professionally with my own input and know that one day coming up I am going to make a difference.
Yeah. You're already making a difference.
And I've made a difference from 14-year-old.
So what year you came in?
And I came in Augustown from 2005 to 2006.
Yeah.
And why? Through community intervention with Robert Campbell and his team from African Garden in the housing development. They came to Harbour Heights. I launched out from my barn town to Harbour Heights. And there they come and we won't go to squat on the land. But when I go there for a purpose.
Before you go into that, I want to ask you, tell us a little bit about geographically, where is African Gardens?
African Garden is when you go down, take the straight in, coming down the long road, the bus route. Then you're going to pass Sizzler and come down, you pass Hope Church, and then you're going to take your left turn to the police station, and then you're going to take your right turn going down to the terminus, right before the community center down there in African Garden, right at the corner right there. So at June Wood or Maitland, right at Crescent, right at Crescent there. So
do you know where the factory was? Do you know?
Right there.
Is that African Gardens where the factory was?
Right here. You're going to turn down and go right down in the middle where the factory was. It's like the factory land we is.
Right.
1 Augustown down there, so is.
Beautiful.
And we have named that little community name African Garden.
Yeah.
But when I come there, I hear them call it Vietnam, but it have been renamed through the organization as African Garden. But the rest of people out there, you know, they still call it Vietnam. Like I say, when I come in there, I said I don't live in Vietnam, I live in African Garden. Down there you see the name Africa Hill,
African Mountain.
African Mountain.
Yeah.
So they give it the name African Garden.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And since you came there, the positive things that you've seen before you start working.
Okay.
Tell us about what the positive thing that you came and see.
The positive thing that's when I came there, it was a developed community with people living there. I've done zinc up and then board house. And then zinc up fence. Some no fence at all. But everybody made themselves to be happy. And an organization formed. African Garden Land Development Limited, and that was the executive is Robert Campbell, Prince Hosted, Sona Lambert, which she's the secretary, Claudette Samuel. Well, Pastor Arton died, and one of the executives is abroad, and so they have been doing marvelous work where they used to have the intervention, but it come up and it go down. It come up and it go down. I've been in African Garden.
That's what's the reason for the coming up and going down.
Well, you know power struggle.
Yeah.
Power struggle always be in the midst. So when Robert Campbell and his executive came to Harbour Heights, they see the positive work that I've been doing. And so they invite me to their community. Never knew I was coming here to stay. But one day I just listened. My daughter called him and said, "Is my mother one up by Harbour Heights? Take her away from here for me." And he just drive up the hill in and say, "One thing I know, you want to stay, you stay, but we say, come in and take up some of my something name." And I said, "I know my grandma in the car and sit down. You want to come, you come, but I said, drive, I go drive out." I'm going to take up the phone over the car, because she up on the line and call me too. She said, "Mommy, Daddy can't reach up there yet." I said, "Yes, I'm going in the car." She said, "Mommy, go with him, and not leaving you here up by Harbour Heights, so them kill you through community work. Go with him. Simple that."
Nice.
And that's how I reach Augustown African Garden. And when I came to African Garden, it was in birthday. And I say him make a birthday and him invite everybody. And him said, "This is Reverend Dorothy Pryce Maitland. She's a justice of the peace of St. Andrew. And she's my wife." So we are staring and face so. We said, "But this man never tell me nothing about the wife business, so about me be steady." And him said, "Any letter I want to write her, so she's all yours." So everybody come and everybody, but me want to run away. I go for him.
Okay.
And I come back. Because my son da England straight and my daughter da Bahama straight. And so much negative vibes. That's one of the time I get fed up. I say, "I'm not scared. I go for him, I come back." I really go for him if I come back. But there was a little minister lady, they have a church. Pentecostal church, and she get a vision for me. I don't know her from Adams. I don't go to them church. But I remember when I was cleaning up my daughter's room, she come home and I said, "Mommy, I didn't bring you here for this. A band come see you work hard, and you help all young, lame everybody, and you share. I bring you come here to rest." So I kind of get quail. I mean, I love sit down. So when the lady come in her chair, she said, "Oh, your mother looks so sad because I tell her she must do no work." And I'm here to look after our grandchildren them. Because I never give them to nobody. But tied with them, so me teach her how to take hold her own. Then she tell me some teach her how to hold her own. I just and I look on her with them in her chair. So this like a bishop lady. Get one picture.
What's your daughter's name?
Cassandra Francis. She married name times now.
Yes.
And she hunt down my daughter. She said, "Yes, you see man. Anybody inside here know Cassandra? They call her Sandra, but her name is Cassandra. I'm looking for her." So she said, "See her there?" She said, No. It's you I'm looking for. I need to find your mother. And I need her urgently. I need her to bring a sermon in my church. And I got a revelation for her. And I want to give her. She gave me my thing and she called me. "I don't know you and you don't know me. But I caught a revelation for you and I need you. I'm inviting you to the first Sunday church service. And gradually we don't put stranger on our pulpit. But I'm going to put you on my pulpit and that Sunday. So you take the whole week and you're going to bring your own chapter, your own verse, your own hymn, your own prayer, everything. And if you cannot come, I will come and pick you up." I said, "No, my daughter will carry us." All of us coming to church. And we went to church. We sit at the back. I'm giving you a full history of me. And she come to him, and then she come and she escort me to put me on the podium. But she said if I feel to sit right in this front seat, I can sit here until when ready for the podium. Then the lady come in and she started. I need some old-time gospel song this morning in this church. And I don't want none of you raise a hymn, a new time hymn or song inside here. And I know the person who I'm going to give the mic, and she just hand the mic in my hand. So then I said, I'm going to pray. And you know what it is all about. And everything she make me do with the mic that I did, let me do it. When it's sermon time, she put me on the podium and I give the message. And before me start, she come up beside me. And she hold me so. She said, not even hold you by your shoulder, nor by your hand. And she hold me so in my waist. And she put me. She said, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know you. I don't know nothing about you, but God knows about you. And anybody tell you, say, they don't know where you come from and they don't know nothing about you. God already know you. And God already challenged you. And He have given you a charge. And He have consecrated you for a purpose. You come here, you say you're not going to go back. But you have to go back to Jamaica. You're into a community where you have to accomplish the accomplishment for that community.
You have a mission.
You have a mission when you have to do. And all the tribulation you have to go through, God now going to make you run me. Go back home. Go back home. And I'm going to give you this charge. If you don't accomplish what God give you to do in a Augustone, you never cut back and never flight. And from me come out from 2008, I don't go back on a flight all now yet. You know when we feel the flight? From in the last year or year before last, when 2016 it says my year this. And I have to look at myself and my community, but I have to put myself first. And I can tell you, it's not because of money, and it's not because of any worldly material things.
So you're telling us a story about what you came and see in Augustine, and please indulge.
And so when we came, so Miss Sonia Lambert, she's the secretary for the land development. They used to have the social intervention with artists, craft, and various activities, along with Mr. Keith Henry and Paya daughter, that is Kerry. They formed a sport group, and it was going on well. Well, exciting, excellent. Everybody participated, all people from far and near come. And so in 2006, we went to JBDC, writing a letter, so I resigned from community work, both me and Mr. Campbell. And she go look up our status and come back and say, Miss Maitland, you really agree with this letter, say I resign from community work? You better go back and do your community work. You're a nation builder, because we build a basic school in Harbour Heights. Yes, and that basic school, I have a photograph them can show. Them take with the tape, them up, me still have the photograph them can show. My work, I look after the elderly them. If me have a dead, no MP nor no council no help me bury my dead them. I have a church in Sunrise, St. Michael Elaine Temple Church. I beg me go to and dream of sunflowers. I never know sunflowers. And I in my sleep, in this big garden of sunflowers. And I put up the banner and say, this is the name of your church, Sunrise St. Michael Elaine Temple. And this is going to carry you through forever and ever. I'm going to give my school name Sunrise Basic School. Going to Ministry of Education, and I'm going to Harbour Heights to found that basic school. And she said, yes, you are the umbrella of that community. When I go into that community, I must go 14 zinc, whole zinc up fence and bag wire. You know, old time bag wire, fence off the place. And one little man in Portland, he have one whole part of the land for himself. And when the crowd flap me the night, and got the revelation for go and I wouldn't go. And one Sunday morning, I run barefoot for go to Harbour Heights. You want some little girl run with me because I'm so pretty. This, I say, I don't want nobody say a food money. Me I look, and me I look mansion money. So I wouldn't go. So I get to figure out bad food and a fasting. And me get it to go to the UDC, go to the police station with the letter. Everything when we get guidance from God Almighty. The him put nobody no draft up nothing for me. And when me go and me give me letter them. And the police them was waiting for me at the corner. But me tell them say, if me don't reach there before 9 o'clock, the river go come down. And the river come down, me can't cross, me have to use the pool down there. You see when me reach, the rain start. And if you ever see all the vehicle float, just go on top of the water. Every other scare of the park. But me go through this, me can't swim, me can't dive, nothing, fear take out of me. And when me reach the spot, and when me go up, and when me just lead the way, I go up. And when me go up, I have to swing up on my monkey limb, I call the limb them monkey limb. They say me I swing up on it, everybody swing up behind me and I go up. And me stand up on the pool. You know the part where the water drink, when you get the water for drink out, and there's something God carry me. Inspect everybody. Every government agency say the first anybody ever pass them and go up there so. And when they stand up, and when me say before me go down into the water, me make everybody hold hand. Me can't swim, me can't dive, me no know. But me sing somebody who can't swim. I say feel the bottom for me. How it feel. I say you man you can't come down. Just hold everybody and say I say me can't come down. And me pray. Me tell me I pray, me go down into the water. And me stand up in the night and so when me I pray. And you see when me get there and when me start pray, you just feel like the lightning and the ground open up and shut up back. And me in the water same way. You get the inspector them when me done and me touch everybody. Me touch everybody. Yes. You say 2 words before you pick your choice. Good and evil day. But choose the good part. And let me tell you something. When everybody good revival people come, yes, you're powerful. When I look on them. Everybody want me at them church. When I look on them. We don't see them yet. And let me tell you something. That was my opening in a 1980.
Yes.
And 1982, I opened my church.
So you have a beautiful legacy in that first community, and that's where you was born?
Yes, in Rockforth I born. And I've then know from there to just out. That's about 4 miles from there to Outer Harborview. And there, so.
Mr. Kenneth Wilson is a kind of staple in the Augustown community.
Right.
Where you get to coordinate with him.
Yes, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that.
Okay, don't let me
I am coming to that.
Go ahead.
When coming, I have to tell you about Harbour Heights first before I reach here.
Okay.
I'm a born town because that's where my origin from. That's where we start out from.
Yeah.
And in everything, every activity that you say I've been doing here in Augustown is not only in African Garden. I share my talent right through Augustown. When I came to African Garden, and when we have meeting, Mr. Wilson always be there with Mr. Campbell. And one of the day I say, them people don't get them too bad, my man. I go back in my yard. Same way me say, Mr. Wilson say, where you going? Justice? Where you say you're going? Any day I go back to Harbour Heights, we're taking a truck and come for you. You're not leaving us again. Definitely, we need you here. We need you here. And African Garden executive and community people them accepted me. They accept you don't say you don't have no negative. But the people them that accept you in their community and in their organization and community, you have to appreciate it because it's not everywhere you go you get accepted. But after a time you're going to find some of them differ.
Yes.
Because things that they wanted to achieve.
Yes.
I want you to do. I'm not capable of doing that. I wanted to walk straight on the right road. People try to target my integrity, yes, but I still focus on the positive, not on the negative. Think at the time I feel frustrated out and feel like I would have given up, but for the encouragement of my children and others, because and counseling too, because I go and get my counseling. I have my stepdaughter, she give me problem. They bring in counseling and me, and they help to curve me that I can be able to maintain or like or maintain my boy and my girls and other children. And today she is teaching at Augustone Primary School.
Beautiful.
She go out and she get her education, but she's giving back to Augustone Primary School, right back in her community that she born. Because she born here, and she grow here, and she achieve, because
she went to Augustone School too?
Yes, Oak Valley. And from Oak Valley to Winner Road College, and from there to Pentab, and from Pentab to Youth Development and Swallowfield, and from there to the college, St. Joseph College. So we didn't go through no easy road, but thank God she come out victorious. And the most important thing, when you have your child, and your child that you don't birth, and they wrong, and when they come of age, they can see that they were wrong, and they were aggressive in whatever way you want them to be. And when you see that child can come and hug you and apologize and hold you and say, look in me high, where I reach today is you let me reach there. You have to give God thanks. First you have to amend your house before you can go out there to amend your community.
And you also have to give thanks to the
and
person.
And you have to give God for the person who helped to mentor me and mentor she, for she know and me still mentor. I can never give up on her.
Because you remember the persons who mentored you, right?
Yes.
And so whenever the time comes for you to give thanks,
yes,
you should remember those persons first too as well.
Every day I talk about my godmother and my grandmother. Every day I'm a Sunday school teacher. I say God bless them. And I CSJP again. SDC. I've been working with SDC from in my community before. I have up by Rockforth and Arbor Heights before coming here. And I give God thanks.
And you're still working with them.
And JCF also. Because when the school were to build and the money were to be granted, they have guided me. And if that school is still going to build because I have the space for it. And I'm going to leave that for a legacy.
Is there, I remember there was a, we're going to go back into that. There was a basic school at a community center, I think in June Road or May Lane.
Yes.
Is that still there?
No, the basic school not there, but the church is there. Down by, before you come down to African Garden.
Yes.
No, the basic school isn't there, but the church is still there. On the left. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not there. It closed, but Christ the King Basic School is still going on.
Still going on.
The Catholic school is still going on. When you go down and go down a little more and turn on you, I think it is on your left hand. Yes, it's still going on.
Okay, so I want you to tell us now what is happening now in African Garden, because we realize that some exciting time is ahead, and you want the world to know about this and our communities to know about what is happening now. Just let me
tell you, we have a farmers group under African Garden Land Development with African Garden Farmers and Agro Processing Group.
Yes.
We will help to mentor young and old in the group.
Yes.
And we farm that group.
In farming.
We farm it. And
mentorship in farming.
Yes. RADA.
Yes.
JAS. SDC. JSF. All of the government agency and private agent will bring in.
Yes.
And they come and SDC come and launch it.
Yes.
In 2006. And there we have August 1st, where JCDC is a part of us, and we call it Augustone Arise Emancipation Expo, Augustone Birthday.
Beautiful.
And we've been having that event until now. All the struggling, all the downfall, we make that event, whether we alone stand up the ark or what, but it's still going on.
Yes.
When Mr. Hilton were there, they played a part, but they want to bring politics big and wide, and I wouldn't let it go. And since this, our MP here come in, Eva Williams, she didn't come and take the program or the event and want and run it like she is the host for it or what have you. She come and she comply with us, she work along with us. Whatever that event want 1st of August need. If we need a banner, she sponsor it. And she make welcome to make we see that we have to be self-reliance to lead our community, help our community, and go forward with whatever aspect part of it. They are the agency, what you would call it, the overseer then for us, and to see that everything, you're not going to get everything that you want. But you know what my name? My name Borrow Loan. Borrow Loan. I remember one year, 2015, when I took sick. Not even Robert Campbell knows that me to borrow so much loan. Because me was one loan cover the next one. For per long through with my business. Because I'm a business person. I don't want to use my own pace for everything. I work for myself. I'm 66-year-old and I never work out with nobody. And whatever I do, I give back to my country and to my countrymen. Going to the elderly home, comb them here, wash them here, care food for them and everything. We did have a ward done by Bellevue where every Sunday they cook and carry down breakfast in the morning, and by 2 o'clock I go down with them dinner, a pot of food for them.
Wow, tell me about the business that you do, that you use to generate money. You said baking and...
Yes, I'm an agro-processor. I do a variety of natural juice.
Yes.
It named Dorothy Agro-Processing, that's what I come here with. With the name Dorothy Agro-Processing.
And you've been doing that before you came
long before I came here. Do my baking, my pastry, everything. Hit the ground running and everything, getting water coming, meet with the resident, them, register them who doing farming, who doing poultry, who doing livestock, who doing vegetable, who doing banana and planting.
So you do backyard farmers?
Yes, every one of them. Mr. Robert Campbell, he is a head farmer. He's a professional farmer. And that's where I come in to help to mold him to farm that farmers group. And that it can be more positive to help the young everybody. You understand? It help feed. Somebody people when don't have anything, you can say yes, see a hand of banana here, and if you say them now cook it and them feed them and with it and the people them now get it, we cook it and we yard ourselves and feed them. And we give somebody to say cook and share and make who forget get. You understand?
Yes, keep it positive. I know.
with the juice, I get in everybody who have a skill. Who have them skill and sit down on it and now use it. We say no, come, you good at this, come watch me I do this. Come watch me I do the white and red. And just make them know if they're not clean, them can't manage it. It will turn water out from them and then now go get nothing out of it. If you're bad mind, that will turn water upon you. You have to be positive, you have to love for share. And you have to have a love in you. For whatever you do, and love. When you see people are doing it too, you know say, Lord, them are doing it. Chinese here. We don't know how the Chinese then live back at them yard, but then we show we say them are live good. And then help build up them nation in them business. Anything what you do, you have to share it. Because we're not going to go with it. Because when we're dead, when this bread take away from us, we're not carrying nothing. So when my mother and my grandmother pass off, they never carry the land with them. They never carry nothing with them. We are here to carry on and to share with others, to help build up the mentality of the third and fourth generation mind. The Bible tells us that we're going to have the third and fourth generation of vipers, but we feel let the mentality, them are no vipers, we can't get good out of them. We can't give up on them.
There's more good into people. I think there's more good into people than bad.
Yeah.
And so we try to harness the good of
yes.
them. There is a thing I heard about that includes Mr. Dean Road that's going to happen in African Gardens.
Yes.
Soon. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. The Windrush Anchor Festival, making connection work. They have partnered with African Garden Land Development Limited. It is a 7-year contract, which we will be carrying out the Windrush Anchor Festival within the 5 communities and the wider Jamaica. And so they have chosen African Garden to be the pilot for this event. And so we are molding this intervention. It is to rebuild the mind of the young people, and even for some of the elderly also, because it's not only the young people their mind want to be molded. Because if we are the elderly and we're not trying to set an example for them, it is no use. So we have to try to rebuild the mind of every single person to be an intervention, self-reliance person in this event. And this event is going to take us right back to the 1st of August.
Okay, the event,
the Windrush event, it contains the Labor Day project at the Augustine Primary School, where we have met already with the diaspora and the principal, and we have been having dialogue from last year, coming on face-to-face intervention, because they came here personally. And so with that intervention, in the morning it will continue up by the school with the murals and the painting of the Augustine police station, and they will be having a sport day through the restorative justice, which Kenneth Wilson is the head of that forum, along with Peace Builder and his team and their team.
So is the Peace Builder a different entity from the restorative justice?
Yes, but everybody work together under the restorative justice. Everybody worked together. I am also a restorative justice facilitator. Through the whole of Augustine, through bushes, through stream, when gunshot of fire, everything. And I am still, but you have to give people way.
Tell us a little bit more about the positive parts of what's happening now.
Okay, when we think about the violence, in my own minor state, the violence can be cramped down. It can, but if you don't have somebody behind it pushing it, it can't. You have to have somebody coming out and crying out. Not only the police alone, not only SSP Nesbitt or the other inspector them, the whole entire community, the whole entire nation. Because it don't make sense if you have crime going on and it is going on from in your home and you can't put a stop to it. The next step, if you don't try, if you bend the leaf from how it hits the, you can't stop it when it get loose, because it will backfire back on you, same one. I set my house in order. I tell my boy, and every day I tell him, I tell everybody the message when me give my 2 children. Any day you're ready to take up the badness, just write a note and put on my bed. Because neither the army are going to take you, neither your friend. I mean see man, and I mean see man I was say ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I mean I get no pretty ceremony. So you must know how serious me take my life and my kids and bringing up my home. So when you hear me I'm talking, I know from where I'm coming from. I know the community that I born into. I Rockforth, me born and grow up. And every youth in there respect me.
Yes.
Down to the baby, down to the gunman them. Because I can stand up and talk to them.
Yes.
You understand? And I say, listen now, when none of the people them stop me, I want to come and buy it with it. Don't stop. Don't stop coming at buying it. If I had been buying it from you think me would have live now? Because they would have target me. You understand? So you not try reaching at that reach and that range.
Right now, in Augustown, in African Garden, are we seeing an escalation of crime, or are we seeing the crime diminishing?
Crime is diminishing
As we go on.
As we go on.
Yeah.
Like if them don't do it in the community fiercely, and if they even go to the road and go do it, it's still a go show.
Yeah.
I say yes, it's Augustown them come from. And if African Garden them come from, them also say yes, African Garden it come from. So it's still a go the ninja still put a paint on the community same way, on the district them same way. You understand?
Yeah.
So in African Garden, the crime, them don't show it.
Yes.
Them don't show it. Them try them in their best within them own reach, and them try to maintain the peace. In Bedward Garden, I don't think I hear not much for the coming here more and so. I don't hear only one or two little spin off down by Pryce road the other day. Up by Kenneth Way. You see your pipe. Nobody can stop it. But for now, I'm telling you, for the couple months now, I'm telling you, you can't sit on the road. And let me tell you, Bubbles, you can't sit on the road. You can't walk the road now. But people are still have a fear within them.
Yes.
If the peace is there, but they still have a fear within them. Because they don't know when they're going to come up back with their replies. And you have to pray and you have to talk to them. Can you have to out there night and day with them, with him and him peace builder.
Right.
You have to give God thanks and praise.
You have to be proactive with the crime fighting.
You have to, you have to give God thanks, because sometimes when you look at him, you say,
I think we need to.
You see the tiredness in him.
I want you to look in the camera and speak to the criminals. Show your appreciation for what they're doing now, and that will make them feel good to continue.
Well, I can say to God be the glory, and him say, remember thy creator in thy youth. And it said again, make no longer vain excuses. Any excuses now is you giving God thanks for what is happening now with the valuation of crime down in Augustown now. And we have to give our respect to Kenneth Wilson through restorative justice.
Well, let me ask
and
you,
his team.
Let me say this. Let me just I want to acknowledge the efforts of the shatters, so-called shatters, right? Because it is easy for violence to start. It's so easy for it to continue, right? And these shatters, they have held it down for the most part of it, for us to be speaking like this, for us to be able to go up the road and sit down at our on the street, whatever. I think it has to be some effort from these shatters that causes that. Do you think?
Yes,
So
for the shutters them to held down their arms. We have to give God thanks and praise for them.
What about them? Don't you want to give them thanks for that?
We want to give them thanks. Thanks. Thanks 1,000,000 times.
Yes.
Because he said, we are only just pilgrim and a stranger in this land.
And we have to let them feel that they are responsible for what is happening.
Yes.
The good that is happening now, they are responsible for it. And so we have to make them feel, you have to let them be a stakeholder as well.
Let me tell you from the depths of my heart, sitting in this chair today,
Yes.
it's not me bring myself here.
Yes.
I went down to do my work downtown, and I left Reverend Elder Campbell sitting down looking after some people documents, and I just take up this little bag here and leave my bag and everything and go look back, and I just turn back and grab a car and come up and come do this agenda for them. And then I go in my phone and I don't know where I do. I'm a pinch pan it. This one note come in and say, sorry to not responding to you. I'm a punch it.
Yes.
And it was you.
Yes.
And we were discussing some matters. And I said it was me face to face. And I did what I did. And here I am today. And I'm here telling the shatters them, every old man, every middle age, every youth today,
Yes.
thank them very much. And to make this Windrush Anchor Festival to be going on in African Garden. We want everybody to be a part of this event. We're going to have domino tournament, and that day one elderly to one youth from the 5 different communities. We're going to have the artists them come perform, but the lyrics have to be clean, and there will be a registration. All the entrepreneur and all the culinary and all the craft who going to participate under the booth them, there will be a registration. For this thing, it is a professional, because Augustine gone international, African Garden gone international, and I have a song to sing, but I will be able to sing it today.
Give us a little piece of the song.
Yeah. I will be able to sing. All right. A mighty long way, yes, a mighty long way. Augustine, African Garden, come a mighty long way. A church to keep I have, and a God to glorify, and ever dying soul to save, and fit it for the sky. A mighty long way, my Lord, a mighty long way. Augustine, the 5 community, come a mighty long way. A mighty long way, my Lord, a mighty long way. Augustine, the 5 community, come a mighty long way. A mighty long way, a mighty long way. African Garden, come a mighty long way. In the opening ceremony, that day, Kenneth mother will bring the opening prayer. Faith of the Living God Church.
Yes.
And the reason why I choose her, when I came here in Augustine, I said that woman, through gunshot, bullet, everything, she just a prayer everybody. She just a go through. She just a go through. And for a person of this age, and she still have been going through, we have to respect that.
And we're speaking about the development in African Gardens. We're speaking about the Windrush, this event that is coming in August in African Gardens in a couple of weeks from now. What's the date again for that?
The 23rd of May, Tuesday, and it will be the work program will start up by the Augustine Primary School,
and
which
police
contains
station.
and the police station, which the mirrors of the walls and the painting of the police station, and Kenneth Wilson and through the restorative justice, is the head of that program, along with a peace builder and is their team.
I come to realize just since the other day about your program and how beautiful it is in African Gardens. Are there any other programs in different facets of the community like yours, such as what you're doing?
Yeah, have other intervention, but because of the crime, nobody not crossing no borderline to go nowhere again. So we're trying with this intervention to have the 5 community meet up in African Garden and that and we take it from there at the next level to try to see how best we can positively go through the community with this intervention, otherwise to bring back the love in the community.
Okay, so there is African Gardens. Is that the same as River?
No, 2 different communities.
2 different communities.
Yeah.
But you have a farm in the River area.
Yes.
Okay.
We just go down to just in the same community of African Garden, and we just cross over the river and go over on the farm, and we get Rada tractor.
Yes.
JAS.
So,
the
farm is in River.
Yes, in African Garden.
African Garden is a part of River too.
Yeah, where we have the river comes straight down behind us. The river comes straight down from river them one river section where the healing stream is, and coming down African Garden. We come out, we make a little children pool in the alley there. Everybody have them niceness, but you have to be careful of the river because it's creepy. And sometimes it will coming down, you don't hear it when it's coming down.
Oh, it's just a rush.
Right. So you don't take no chance with it.
Especially with the kids.
Especially with the kids. Right now we want to have a beautification project going on down there, and it cannot build down there at the river because the river will take away the picnic them and take we way too.
Oh, I hear you speaking and I'm thinking, I don't know how the place situates, right? But I'm thinking that if you can have a dig out somewhere, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the dig out, it never work.
That would kind of border off that area from the rushing water.
The only way them can do that, unless them go build a, what you call it, a game and basket. Game, don't fill it up. You know what river work, you know? Everybody asks me, you know about river work.
Yes, but you're a community builder and you have the know-how how to do this. Unless
you go build a game and basket, all of where the dig out come from, and you dig out and put that game and basket and you fill it up with the thing them coming up. That's when a big rock have it in it to now find rock. That they use the big rock, them same big rock them from out of the river to full up the game and basket them. And you can't just do it down at African Garden in. You have to go do it from up a Reserve Road, coming down the line. You understand?
Tell the world what a game and basket is.
A game and basket is when you use the wire. The wire, and you make the game and basket like a basket, like a big, like you're going to build it like
you put rocks in
there, and you full it up a rock, but it's not the fine rock them you go full it up with, and the big is the big rock, and when you full up those,
it's like a stone wall,
you're making, but you're going to bring it come up, you're going to bring it up to about 6 or 7 feet. That means to say when the water come, it have the stone them feel lick off back the water to carry it straight go down the line. You understand? And you can't go just go over one side. You have to go over the 2 sides. And that will take a lot of money for do it. I don't know.
That's how big it is?
Yes. Because remember say you have to do it from a couple miles coming down from to reach down by African Garden hen, coming down for go down to Bodwell, you know. So you have to flash the water from reach down to Bodwell to send it down. You understand? And if you don't do that, if you don't intend to do that, it don't make no sense to spend no money down there. So
is there any,
because the river will take it course if you don't do the right thing.
Has there been any river training down there in
River
time?
training were there in the earlier years, but for our good while no river training down though.
And so there's some deterioration of the soil.
Deterioration of soil, deterioration of the hillside back over to where we is, where the water deteriorate under the ground. You understand? So you have to have a positive, the environmental people them have to come.
So this is what we're doing. We're highlighting this area of
African garden.
Yes, that is really needed.
The environmental people them have to come. The KSAC have to come. All of the agency have to come along with JCF for this interview, and it have to do. If it don't do, and if it don't take up in hand, it's going to be a chaos.
And this is a prime area for tourism.
Yes, this is a prime area for tourism, because on the 23rd we'll be having also our tour guide. We prepare our tour guide already, which will be Javier Johnson, along with Michael Brown, the PRO for the organization in African Garden, and Cecilia Maxwell. They are the tour guide for that day. So we are already preparing ourselves and to highlight and want the rest of community. There are 4 community. They can have their tour guide prepare. That's on that day if they want to walk over the river or look over the state. They want to walk over go sleep over the state. And when if you understand, they want to walk come up a Hermitage and look one pretty Hermitage. You understand? Because Hermitage is one of the best community we me did know in my younger days. And so we want the community back. We want the community them back. And we want me ask the gunman them. Me ask them, just for God Almighty sake, just grant with the privilege, make we perform our work in a prosperous way to maintain the life of the little baby them that coming up, the little youth them, the little coming up more in them manship way, make it be a reality for them to know that badness not here. You are good. Them say nothing good now come out of African Garden. I say nothing them they say nothing good now come out of Nazareth. And though something good come out of Nazareth, don't something good come out of Bedford Garden.
Yes.
Don't something good come out of Hermitage. Look how much doctors, look how much nurses, look how much lawyers, look how much soldiers, look how much brilliant people, farmers. And if we don't farm, we don't have no food. Because that farming is the staff of life. He said, bread of heaven, feed us till we want some more. And we just want to come together as a team and work as a team. We growing up in age, you know.
Yeah.
I am 66-year-old. Yes, I can be 75-year-old. We want the young people them for hold the mantle.
We used to go to Augustine School.
Yeah.
I went there. And at the time when Mr. Francis was the headmaster,
the principal,
and he did introduce agriculture, the subject of agriculture. It wasn't in the curriculum, but what he did, he created a little garden in front of his housing area, and that's where we learned how to plant and do agriculture. Is there anything like that in Augustine at the moment in the school?
Yes, in some of the school and farming is in there.
In the primary school
in Oak Valley, I know that one in there, and we set up one in Augustine School, but because of the war and something, it can. But I think through they set up now, Joseph has developed the area in a sport area and thing. You can do the backyard garden in there, where children can go out. You can teach children how to go out and water them little garden. Even before my eye closed, I would like we can go in some of the school then. That's why I turn my place in an agro-processing center.
This is why I'm saying it to you.
Era.
That's why I bring it up to you about the school, because you know are doing your work in African Garden, which is just a stone throw from the Augustine Primary School. And if you can incorporate your program with the school let's say 1 day out of the week,
Yeah.
to teach the kids,
I am willing.
right, about farming and what you can get from farming, you know, the whole ladder up where farming is concerned, from dirt to the shelves.
Yeah.
And if they can understand that from a tender age, that's a good thing.
I am willing. We are willing to do it as a team.
Well, I'm charging you and Mr. Wilson to start that.
No, me and Robert Campbell.
Okay, Mr. Campbell.
Mr. Robert Campbell.
Okay.
Mr. Robert Campbell is a farmer man. Mr. Wilson is a sport.
Okay.
Mr. Robert Campbell is the farmer man, the deep farmer man.
Yeah, but at the
And at the administrator level,
Yeah.
Mr. Campbell he's a minister of religion and he's a justice of the peace for St. Andrew also.
Yes. But where Mr. Wilson sits, he would be a prime person to
Yes.
kind of bring it to
Yeah.
life.
And me and the principal have a good relationship. Yeah, we have a good relationship and we have been working together.
The next thing I want to bring to is what we know from the school when we used to go there is that music too was a big deal. We had Mr.
Yes.
Barif came in and
Yes. It's Barry Shavans?
Mr. Barif.
Barif.
He came in and he taught us instruments
Yes.
and how to pitch your vocals and
Yes.
so on and so forth, and that assists a lot of us.
Yes.
That assists quite a lot of us, and so would love to see the music area in our primary schools become something more than what it is now. I'm just putting that out there. We're speaking to the great Reverend Dorothy Elaine Pryce Maitland,
Justice of the Peace.
Justice of the Peace for St. Andrew,
and the acting chairman, president for this African Garden Citizen Association.
Right.
And I'm also the president for the agro-processing group and the secretary for the farmers group.
Yes, beautiful.
And we have various organizations in African Garden. We have the African Garden Women in Agriculture and Entrepreneurship. And we have the Women Power Cleanup Committee. Cleanup Committee for the African Garden. Yes. We have a lot more organization, but we are taking it one step at a time.
And I guess you have sport team.
And we have the sport team also. We have the netball team, the African Garden netball team. And we have the African Garden football team also.
Yeah.
That Mr. Kenneth Wilson, he is the organizer and the developer for the sport umbrella side of it.
Yes.
I am the host for the event.
Yes. So, what about musicians, artists?
You have the musician artists. You have the musician artists also.
Yes.
That they have their own slide of the plate.
Yes.
And there are on stream also.
Yes.
We have Wayne from Bedwars Garden. We have from Wolsmith Villa. We have from Hermitage. And that day, the 5 community artists will be performing. And that day, the entrepreneurship with their products, everybody booth will be highlighted. And then we have the Windrush African Garden Anchor Cuisine Kitchen, which will be monitored by the CDC, Mr. McAlpin and Mr. Kevin Ellis. The CDC is overhauling it, and Mr. Kevin Ellis, he will be the motivator with the cooking of the different foods, Jamaica cooking, Jamaica style, and the various aspect part of it. And food will be on sale. And the African Garden juices, a variety of the African Garden juices is made by the theme little here sitting down. And it will be on sale in the cuisine kitchen also, and it will be monitored by the CDC. So we're trying to make every aspect part of the era, everybody. And then you have Mr. Eddie Perry. He is the monitor for the domino tournament. We have met with the diaspora and some of the domino people then. And so he's the coordinator for that section. So we want everybody to have their different part. Not everybody, if you come down that way then with them church, come get an item. So when me know if I take it now from my head now, I walk now for meet with everybody face to face. And so when me don't get through them like I yet to send out, because time period I catch up on me. But them know about the event and yet still them say them don't know about it.
Yeah, alright, so we're going to put it out there too.
So we can have to use a medium.
You know.
And put it out there, make them know the church people, then every church are invited to be there that day and come with an item. Come with a
Tell us about
item.
the churches that you're seeing that you love to be a part of.
Okay. Right now, I say, Mr. Young, but I like all of the churches I mean involved. But me know so Christ the King will come. And me know say, me don't know about the next pastor whether Mr. Curtis. No. But I intend to send him an invitation. I send Christ the King an invitation. I send all the church paternal itself.
So publicly now, you're gonna send them an invitation through this camera.
I'm using this medium to invite all the churches in Augustown to the Windrush Anchor Festival, which will be from Augustown School in the morning, the working here, from the school to the Augustown Police Station, and a sport through restorative justice. Kenneth Wilson, the motivator for that, and his team. And I'm using this medium inviting out all the churches for the event, the Windrush 5 Community Anchor Festival, which will be held in African Garden Square on the 23rd of May 2023. I'd like you all to come with an item. One church will be bringing greetings, and the others, the Faith Church of the Living God, Reverend Evelyn Blake will be bringing the prayer, and from there we take it on through the comprising of the event for the day. We'll be having representatives from all over the world. We'll be having our state members them, the Minister of Agriculture Rada, they will be here on that day. Our MP will be here, and many different other stakeholders will be here. The diaspora and a whole, who have been partnered with the African Garden Land Development with a 7-year contract for this event. We would like everyone to participate in this event. It is the development of ourselves and our community, and our children, our grandchildren to come to know the history of every thing or every other else history that we don't know have. We want to know about it. We thank the diaspora to be partnering with us in Jamaica here to make this event to be a confrontation for development of 2030. That is ahead of us to be signed off with through education and sport and cultural activity and every other thing that can be prosperous for ourselves, our children, our youth, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren to come. I'm thanking you all, and I'm thanking all the element of crime, thanking all the organizer, thanking all the person who are involved in crime, to see that crime is a breakdown for the country. It is not helping us as a business people to be self-reliant, that we can help each other and prolong with our life, our children and our grandchildren, for the lame and for the sick and for the disabled and a whole. Thanking you all for having me in this forum today, and may we continue as a team to work to bring back the love in our country and in the whole entire Jamaica and our Harvesttown and all the 5 community. A mighty long way, Lord, a mighty long way. Harvesttown, the 5 community, come a mighty long way. A mighty long way, Lord, a mighty long way. African garden, come a mighty long way. A mighty long way, my Lord, a mighty long way. Harvesttown, African garden, come a mighty long way. A church to keep I have, and a God to glorify, a never dying soul to save, and fit it for the sky. We plowed a field and scattered the good seed on the land, and let us feed it with water, that we may have fruit to eat and drink. A mighty long way, Lord, a mighty long way. Harvesttown, the 5 community, come a mighty long way. Hallelujah.